Hello, everyone. This would be the update for the 1st of March, 2026. So, I started doing these videos back in right at Christmas. I was heading down to Central Oregon for a couple of weeks to be moral support for Dad and to help Mom out as she was awaiting her hip replacement. And very, challenging time for the family, and for myself as well. And I'm a single guy, and um, an only child, and there's really not anybody really to really talk this out with. Um, like an outsider who is not so deeply invested with all of this. So, part of the reason why I give all these updates is it's therapeutic to, share what this struggle is about. And, um, and it's been rewarding in that way. And I, definitely plan on continuing to make videos. You can possibly tell either even by my general appearance or demeanor what the tone of this particular video is going to be, or from my tone, the direction that we're headed with this one. And so the question of why would I be talking publicly about these things? Well, one, it's somewhat, I find it therapeutic, but also, I have a lot of connections in a lot of different venues and whatnot, and or places, and these type of it's easier to explain these type of things once than um, over and over. So that's why doing this. So yesterday's update, I told you that I received the dreaded "you need to come now" text yesterday. And so I was actually at work, and God bless one of my coworkers who actually happened to be opening the door to the accounting room where I was at, at the moment I was receiving this text. And she, on her own initiative, figured out a way to cover me out so I could get out of there and come back down to Central Oregon, where I am right now. And so, we, well, I mentioned, and another good reason for these updates is I went back, and on the update on the 18th, I mentioned that Dad had the flu, and which he had contracted somehow at this assisted living place. And I'm not going to get into all the details. There, for a couple of different reasons. One, there are things here that are not the mental image that we want anybody to have. Anybody who knows him personally or anything, that's not what we want. So, and second, it's on the one hand, I do want to keep everybody up to date, but there is the, family privacy thing, and yeah, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but in the end, it's going to be complications from pneumonia. And time frame, no, obviously there's no definitive answer. Trying to phrase questions like, in cases like in the past where there have been people with similar situations, what kind of time frame are we talking? And they're trying to, obviously they know what I'm trying to get at, and obviously there's no way to know for sure, but conglomerating, putting the answers down or together, we're talking days, and I mean averaging, and we're talking days and single digits thereof. And I don't know if that's the low single digits, the high single digits. So, and along those same lines, if you happen to know or be able to contact Mom and not through me, if she hasn't reached out to you personally, please go ahead and keep those thoughts to yourself if you would. She's processing in her own way, and I know she's only wanting to tell the story to her closest folks as well. Obviously the more detailed version. So if she hasn't reached out to you personally, please respect her privacy right now. And in terms of additional details from me, if we're at a level where we talk personally, like face to face, I'll share some of those things. But otherwise, I want everybody to have the mental image of what you guys remember. So it's going to be a situation where we're waiting for him to decide it's time, and that's going to be something that he does appear. Not a verbal thing, and at the moment there's no proverbial plug or anything. It's going to be his decision. So when that's going to be, we don't know. Could be, when we're sitting there, of course, could be in the middle of the night. I'm in a hotel room right now. I slept like 2 hours, because you don't know. And if it is overnight, you just don't know. So they say that if it looks like it's happening, there's a little bit of lead time, but we'll see. Every time coming and going from that room, well, sorry. I gave my goodbye speech last night. The one that you're always rehearsing in your mind. And telling him, you're going to get tired of hearing this because I'm going to repeat it every day. Because, I want to make sure that we've... but at least he said he's heard it. And, because... well... we're probably going to be there when it comes, just in case. Mom was haunted her entire her entire rest of her adult life because she was out of state when her father and that's not going to happen, but in our case, but I definitely hope it's in his room and not this room where I am when the time comes. So just about the 10-minute cutoff here. My updates, I don't know when the update's going to come, but my ones until then are probably going to be just reflections and stories, and a lot of just kind of riffing about time. All right, well, thanks for joining me. Ciao for now, and thanks for listening.